is, even if you're the number one wife, like the favorite wife, you still, if you buy her a Birkin, you have to buy all the rest of your wives a Birkin. If you do something for her, you gotta do it for all the rest.
Number 6.
Look, I said, and we were just sitting there, and we're outside, and I said, I think I could do that. She busted out laughing. I said, I think I could be okay with that.
I had T. Stein. I sent her a clip from the last show when I was like, this ain't so bad. She was like, you are sick.
You're like, welcome back to the 444 The Girls Podcast. I'm Kirsten.
I'm Sakia.
This is episode 20, y'all. We took some breaks.
We did take some breaks because mom life happens.
Yeah.
Last week was only
life.
parenting, right? Take your kids to work there.
Oh, yeah. Last week was
get into that shit. Doesn't sound fun. I didn't do it.
It was a lot.
I didn't.
I mean,
it doesn't matter. And I told them, y'all not about to go watch me read a book.
Right. Y'all been there. Y'all packed some boxes.
Y'all have been there.
They've packed boxes before. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we took 1 week off for that. But a lot has transpired over the past week. First of all,
what'd I do? No, really.
No, we'll get to that when we get to a different topic. When we get to the talk,
they ain't gonna see it, but right? How you know what you felt it? No. You went right to the right too. Let me see. Okay, it's gone. I don't even know what you're talking about.
We'll get to it about how you've been really.
Oh, how I read you for what'd you say? What is that?
Film.
Gotta do it. I mean, if your girls aren't reading you, they don't really love you.
I mean, I guess it's Mercury retrograde. I don't know, but the tables turn. We'll get into it a little bit because y'all know we talk about how I be like giving Zakia the business.
Always gives me the lose. It's my turn this week.
We'll get into it in a little bit, but she fucking it was on text message, but I felt like you were raising your voice at me, and you were doing this to me too. How I was doing to you at the creek.
The finger was pointed
at the creek. How I was like this, but yeah, I could feel you were.
Even that don't feel as bad now because look how that shit happened. Look at you creaking. Anyway,
what do you mean creaking?
All the things we were talking about.
Anyway, I told. Oh.
Yeah, you're not that nice.
Shut the fuck. Yes, I am.
Now you are.
Okay.
With my help. So anyway.
Alright, first things first. Let's talk
about.
Yeah, you want to talk about your little play date?
We can start. Yeah, we can start.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had a play date that I've been avoiding for probably over a year. It's Rico's friend's dad. He's been inviting me, and I always thought this man was so cool. He just always looked so cool when I see him, but I don't know. Every time they would text me, it just seemed like either it was just one of those weekend days, and I just don't. Weekend days, and I'm just like, okay, I don't feel like doing nothing today, or it was always something off. So I finally go. It's him and his girlfriend, their son, and then it was like maybe 4 other parents come. I walk up and I see liquor, bunch of food. I'm like, okay, this might be okay.
Okay, because when I hear play date, I'm like,
no, it was at the park. It was at the park where we were at the. You know how
when I hear play date at the park, I'm like,
no, it was killing me. I literally told Rico, and he laughed. I said 1 hour.
Yeah.
I led with that 1 hour. We stayed there for 6 hours. So I get there, I see the stuff. I'm like, okay, cool. And I had already met the dad before, but he walks up to me. I meet his girlfriend. She was so cute and cool. So I'm like, okay, I already could tell I like them. Mm-hmm. Me and the dad just get straight into it. Like, I'm telling him my fuck shit. He's telling me. We just get straight to it. Mm-hmm. And there was so much I liked about it because his girlfriend was not thinking about me. Mm-hmm. I just loved her comfort. Like, she over there setting the table. She not worried about us talking. I love that because it was nothing inappropriate about it. But their energy as a couple, loved it.
Yeah.
So we're talking. A few other parents started coming. It's just like everybody just so real. Mm-hmm. So the one thing that stood out the most. It was a mom there. She has the same birthday as me, so at least says enough. So we all talking. At this point, we're 3-4 hours in, but she came later, so she's probably an hour in. Mm-hmm. We're talking, and they say, so-and-so, like, what you doing tonight or whatever. She go, I'm going to get my pussy ate. And I was like, what? This is the group for me. Like, I'm there, and I'm like, Kirsten has to come. If they do this again, you have to come bring the boys. This was such a dope group of mixed individuals.
Yeah.
And they weren't all black either. The dad is, I forget where he's from. He's like Spanish or something. It was just such a cool vibe. So I felt that was so important. they texted me like, so glad you finally came. And I'm like, well, now it makes sense why I didn't. I was kind of telling him some life changes over the year. Mm-hmm. So it was just so dope. I was so happy I went. And that was that. That was something I wanted to speak on because it's so important to have mom friends.
Yeah.
It's so important to have cool mom friends.
Yeah.
Real important.
And you're my only. Oh, no, I have a couple. But they're, like, not close. You know what I mean? Like, we don't really, like, we'll talk on the phone every now and then.
And they honestly could be cooler than you even know, but they're open.
But it's the first time. Yeah.
Like, when I tell you this whole group led with the fuck, like, we all opened up. And it was like, whoa.
Like, whoa, this might be my kind of people. Yeah.
And he was a Cancer. The guy, so, you know, he was talking just like me. And,
getting in his fucking watery ass feelings.
It was a trip. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. He is such a Cancer man, all while still being a man, though. So it was very interesting to watch. That'll take us back to this conversation we're going to talk about. But, yeah, that was that. So I did that in the last week. And then I went to a guided meditation from Zentola. Mm-hmm. And that was amazing.
I really could have used that.
It's okay. We're going to see him again because that's my homie now. Okay. Which, you know, we had already had conversations offline. But he's amazing. That's a whole other story in itself. But he really helped me get my mind together this week. Like, he sat me down on some big brother shit. No funny business. Listen, you got something special. Don't play with yourself. Yeah. Stay happy. Tap in. Like, just keep vibrating high and you're going to be good. Like, he is the friend I said I needed that I'm going to listen to. Like,
you have been saying, I need a big bro.
The big bro I could have had, I done fucked him. I fucked that up. I'm talking about Loki.
I know what you're talking about.
Dead, okay?
Because same conversation.
Like, that's done.
Yeah.
That's over. Zentola, that's going to be the big bro for life. Yeah. Ain't fucking no more big bros. But yeah, unfuck that one up. That could have been the big.
Yeah, the one that I was like, no, we just
Vegas happening.
We just shenaniganized.
Yeah, shit happened. But you know, this was a really good experience. The meditation. We are locked in. That's gonna be my homie. And yeah, I was gonna say something else about him, but I gotta bring that part. I don't want to link it to him.
Oh yeah.
So those were my two things. They really, really helped me. And since we were last here, those things really helped.
The last time we were here. Oh, okay. 2 weeks. Yeah. So I guess we can link that in when we talk about. Yeah. Are we gonna talk about? What are we gonna talk about next? We're gonna talk about my week, or are we gonna talk about communication?
It's all tied together. What, you want me to just expose you?
Well, so okay, so the last time we talked, not last time we talked, but last time we recorded.
It was about religion.
It was about religion, okay? And so I had mentioned in the last episode that I did grow up in a very fire and brimstone, right? Mm-hmm. So that Christian guilt sometimes pops up, right? Mm. And it tried to recently, but like, I think that I've been so heavy in my self-work and like the shadow work and like the getting to know myself and being authentic and what makes me happy. And I want like all the work that I've been doing over the past couple of years, it finally, like I showed, remember how we talked about how do you know if you're triggered if you don't? Yeah. So, first of all, y'all might remember I talked about how I ended up in the ambulance from passing out. So the kid called me the other day. I had just gotten done shenaniganizing.
I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You so...
I was literally trying to keep my feet on the ground because I was about to... Could you imagine passing out in TSA? And like, first of all, Homeland Security is going to get involved to see if you're up to some no good, being a distraction for somebody about to fuck some shit up. Right. You know what I mean? And so like...
that busy-ass airport.
In that busy-ass airport.
Where you was at?
Don't worry about it. I was in a very busy airport. Like one of the busiest airports in the world. Okay. So I was in a very busy airport. The lines were crazy. And like, so it occurred to me like every time I faint, it's after I just got like, I get very overstimulated when I'm around a whole bunch of people who are excited. Right. And so in that airport line, I had already, by the time I got to the airport, it had been a whole lot of excitement that had happened, okay? And the line was so long and confusing, and I had just signed up for Clear, which is like you can get
Yeah,
past.
I was doing that.
Yeah. So then, because I figured I might as well.
No, you should.
Yeah, definitely. But even that was still like a 45-minute
Shit, I might have
wait.
to do it again too.
Period. So, and that pass is back on sale, by the way. Oh yeah. Oh,
Don't think where I need to go.
no, it does. It goes to Burbank if you fly to Baltimore. It goes to Hollywood, Burbank, which
I'll
is
have
not
to-
far.
I'll talk.
Anyway,
I can't even look at her. So fucking irritating.
so I didn't even do nothing. Okay, so bitch, I'm in the airport line, and I'm getting closer and closer and closer to that. Taking my shoes and shit off. But when I tell you, like, and you called me and I was trying to like ground myself by just hearing your voice, but you were asking me a bunch of questions and I just did not have the capacity to answer.
Everybody know that's what I'm going to do.
Asking me all kinds of questions and I'm like, I don't even know. Because I had just sent you a text that was like, nah.
Oh, maybe that's what it was. Maybe I was calling
You were calling
from your text.
because I texted you like, no, I can't.
Yeah.
I was about to be a runner in a truck stop.
Yeah, that's what happened. I had to call.
You called me like, bitch. So I'm like getting yelled at by you, and I'm like, no, I need you to calm me down. And like literally, like I'm standing there, sweating, and all I kept saying to myself was, keep it together, because all I could think of was, bitch,
The scene
is busy as fuck. There's going to be EMTs and also Homeland Security because I look like I'm trying to divert somebody's attention.
Do some shit.
I don't have a checked bag. I only have a carry-on.
Definitely look like a nigga paid you to be at.
I look like some shit. Like I look like, you know what I mean? Like what was it? Rain Man when the girl fainted while they're robbing people, or no? Ocean's. I don't know. Ocean's 11. I don't know. But I look like I was trying to. It would have looked like real bad. So I'm like sweating, literally like dripping sweat, which could also look like maybe I'm nervous because I'm up to no good.
Exactly.
So I'm like, I need to sit down. But I didn't want to, like, the line is still moving. And I was like, I need water. And like it was a black girl. She came over. She was like, are you okay? And I was like, they could see that clearly I was not physically okay. But like I said, there's so many, like, these people are not fucking around. Like, you know, if you squint your eyes, it's like, is she black? Is she what? You know what I'm saying? Like, all kinds of thoughts could happen. You know what I mean? So I'm like, bitch. Literally, I get on that train, and I just like put my head between my legs and was like, keep it together, keep it together, keep it together. I get upstairs to the little food court, and I was all the way in E because I was ghetto as fucking roast spirit, so I'm all the way at the end of the fucking line, right? I get to I'm like, I need just like Pepsi, like I'm like, get some food, get some sugar, something, right? So I'm standing in line. This lady in front of me is fucking doing the most. I'm literally like my hands are shaking, and the lady next to me is like, baby, what's the matter? What's wrong? The guy sees me, like the one guy, he's like, he gives me a free water, which that water was $4.99, sir. Like, thank you. I appreciate you. I don't remember the name of the restaurant. I don't remember nothing. They were out of Pepsi. He was like, how about some fruit punch? So I got a fruit punch. I sit down and realize I forgot to get utensils. And I was like, I can't stand back up. I'm going to faint. Bitch, I fainted at the fucking table. Like, it felt like a nap. But like, bitch, like I put my head on that table and was out in the airport. All that because of Christian guilt.
I don't want no parts of that.
Because y'all,
that's a lie.
when I tell you, I had some debaucherous fun. It was debauchery. I tried something new, y'all.
Tell you about it one day.
I tried some new shit over the weekend with my man. Okay.
Oh my god.
Well, then I got home. I took a little spiritual bath.
You watched the Sins Away.
No, I didn't watch The Sins Away. I watched The Shame Away.
The shame, period.
Yes, because I was like praying, like, God, just
nothing.
what's not for me, don't let it be for me. And I got put my head, bitch. You know, spiritual bath. You like pour the bitch. I dunked my whole Sean be in the pool swimming. My son. I put my whole face under, bitch, and was like, and all I could hear was, You had a good ass time.
Yeah.
You were not nervous. You weren't anxious.
Girl.
You had a fun ass time. All right. So I know I'm being cryptic. I went to this little spot. Right? That things happen at. Mm-hmm. We didn't do nothing, but I didn't mind just being in the presence of people who were having a good ass fucking time, enjoying themselves. Yeah. And it was cool. Like in the front, it's like a little dance club, and in the back, it's like, it's people are very comfortable with themselves.
Yeah. Sounds like a good time.
It was a good ass time. Yeah. It was a great night.
Nothing to be ashamed of.
I'm almost 40 years old. Okay.
Okay.
But
oh boy, you was tripping.
I was tripping because I was very overstimulated by that point. By the time I got to the airport, I was so like I just needed.
Yeah, because you had another 24-hour deal.
Right.
Barely, right?
It wasn't even 24 hours. Yeah. And I think that's also what it was too. Like it was just like stuff. Yeah, like there was no like decompress. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I was still like, oh fuck, like when like I don't even want to say post nut clarity because it wasn't clarity. Like I was like delirious at that point. Like all that like energy around me, like and just like we know I like to be by myself, just walking around in circles. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so I hadn't like had alone time to be like, huh. And I was in the airport where people were angry and fussing. I was in the airport and people were fussing. Well, we don't know where to go. I was probably hungover because I had been drinking. You know what I mean? Like, and hadn't really slept. Like, I watched a little movie and dozed off. Watched Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's a good ass movie. It deserves all the accolades it has gotten. Have you seen it yet? So fucking. That is a bomb. That is a really good movie.
You have to text me later.
Do you have some time?
I think so. I don't know.
Give me your login if you do, because I want to watch it again. Because I was a little bit distracted at some points. I was like watching the movie and you know,
Netflix and chilling,
having eye contact.
So that brings us to the real topic of the day: communication styles.
Avoidant attachment styles and communication styles, probably.
Attachment styles, that's the word. Okay. So I'll start.
And communication. Yeah. Because even though it looks like I'm being avoidant.
And I can't even say that it's
mostly
avoidance.
just my, but it can come across as avoidant, but it's just my communication style, I think.
Yeah. So me and Kirsten are complete opposites with our communication. Even with her, like I bug the shit out of her. I don't care. She just won't write me back when she's busy. Period. I don't care.
And plus, because you remember the last time I fainted? I can only do one thing at a time.
Yeah, I ain't talking about the fainting, bitch. You ain't fainting these last few days during these conversations.
But I'm saying like for a whole week, I felt a little off, and it was hard for me to multitask and answer text messages.
Okay, sounds so familiar. Anyway, all right, so I'm gonna keep this as like neutral as possible. So I have a love interest, right? We called him Low Key. Our communication styles, total opposites. The reason that it's okay and that I'm being patient with it and just chilling, getting to learn this person is because this is my friend. Had this been any other little person I just met at a grocery store or something, his ass would have been out of here. Low key. Low key though, I don't care what I've said. I don't care. This is my homie first. It's gonna be my homie regardless of if nothing else happens with us ever in life. It's sacred. Like I said, this is my friend. So I've just been spending this time it's almost like trying to read a book. Forcing that motherfucking book open, right? So when I'm with this book, the book is open. When I'm not with this book, it's not that open.
I mean, what book just sits open?
This one. So, Kirsten, my friend here, has a similar style as the closed book. When she's with her friend, he goes to tell her, "It's great." When they're not together, bitch, I just want you to open this book. So there was a point where I'm starting to like second guess, and I'm gonna lie, I was very second guess. I was about to close my book, fuck you book, and throw you out the window. Not for real, because I'm never doing that. I'm never throwing out the window. But so I'm listening to her talk about her situation. I'm like, damn, that sounds like mine, but reverse. So maybe I have to give this person the same patience as I would her. On the flip side, she thought the same thing. Like, oh, if anyone did this to her, I'd be ready to fight.
I literally said to you, wait a minute. I guess I am acting like them niggas that I told you to stop letting
like, if someone did you like this, I'd be ready to fight them. We both had a moment of, hold on, let's treat this like your friend now. This your friend first. So let's go treat how much my friend is. Because if we treat each other a certain way, like, it doesn't matter if I
you just posted how I said to you need to get you a nigga who talks to you like me.
Yeah, so if I was getting on her nerves, she's gonna still be gentle with me and hold on, Zakia, I'll get back to you know what I'm saying. Still treat me like a friend. And she realized like, I need to treat my friend how I treat Zakia. And I realized, my friend is maybe going through things like Kirsten is in her head right now. Yeah. And this is no justification, no making excuses. These are real conversations. It's like, damn, this is it.
Because you literally said, oh, well, damn, because I know
how you feel about this person.
Yeah.
If you feel this way about this person and you still acting like that, maybe, just maybe,
it could be a similar situation.
So I finally let the clip out and said everything I had to say to my friend. And the response was beautiful. It was good. It was what I need to hear is like just the truth. I need you to just open up and say the truth. That this is why I'm this way, blah, blah, blah. Cool. I'm fine. What I cannot do, I don't like the guest. I'm just trying to get to know you, friend. Somebody told her the same thing. Just trying to get to know you. Like, don't leave here and close up because you in your fucking head or whatever the fuck. So yeah, that's just been our conversation for the past few days, and it's been healing. I think that's the word they're using now. Healing. It's been healing for all us.
For like, so
and shit's been really good since then for both of us. That's what happens when you speak your mind, speak your truth.
So, like, okay, so for context, not like completely context. But, like, I told y'all right.
Y'all got all the business with the last one.
You ain't going, no. Sacred. Sacred. So, Zakia got a little spicy with me.
I told her about herself.
She read me to filth. She said, since this was not being, eventually you spoke your part, but when you were taking that shit out on me.
Yeah.
Because I'm an air sign.
Her everything I wanted to tell this air sign.
She said, wait, okay, so, do I say? Okay, so listen, I ain't gonna lie, I was thinking about.
You was air signing.
I was air signing, and I was like, no, I can't do this.
Yeah.
I literally, so that's why she called me at the airport, because I was like, I can't do this, I can't do it.
Because she had that much of a good time that she said she can't. What that sound like? I mean, I finally get the person that's too good to be true. Like, I'm here. What do you mean? Yeah. Air signing. She was air signing. Go ahead.
So I was air signing.
Yeah.
I was being a flight risk. Okay. And she called me. She was like, I said something to her. And she literally responded. She was like, I'm trying to figure out what's the problem.
It was no problem.
I was like, it's not self-sabotage, it's self-preservation.
The problem is that these fucking air signs, like, it's too much of a good thing. Just let that shit be good until it's not. But they're like, I have to preserve and fuck that. You don't know. You almost 41. Know how much longer we got? Live that motherfucking life.
Okay, so I'm there, but so then she was like,
hold up.
Since I can't say it to this nigga, I'm gonna tell you about yourself. And literally, it was on text message, but all I saw was this.
I ain't hear
and she was like, what did you say? You about to ghost the poor guy for showing you a good fucking time or something, you said.
It was very unnecessary.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit was a little bit exciting. She got, this is my sis, but I still was like, oh, I had to tell her, this how you talking to me?
I had to tell her. So then I still had it up here in my chest, and I
she was like, you know what? Hold on. Everybody can get this smoke.
That's exactly, remember name pop up. I said, "Oh, bitch, this
Oh
is it."
yeah.
We were talking about.
He just so
Loki.
happened to drop into the. Yeah, you
We
said
was talking about this shit. The name came up. Oh, you texting me? Screenshot. Show. Hold on, bitch. I'll be
The
back.
door is open.
and
And you.
And you too, nigga. This nigga actually said, "Where is this coming from?"
He said, "What?" He said,
I got something for both of you.
"Oh, we're back here."
Anyway.
Okay, so then after that, after you lit me up,
He lit
he lit me. He lit my ass
So
up.
I love that because we only hear the woman's side.
Right.
This was him a strong. You know what I want to think about. You know what I want to say. What line I want to say when you talk about him?
What?
You remember when Beyonce had that line? He's so. Me and Taisha used to think they were saying African. He's so African and bold, but she said arrogant. I think.
She don't say African.
We used to try to figure it out. We was like, is it African or arrogant? I don't know, but that's the line I be wanting to say. He's so African and bold. We ain't even African, but that's the energy when you talk about him that I get.
Okay,
that
yeah.
line,
I mean,
good.
no, this is a grown ass fucking man, and like, okay, so like,
he was Sakia, like he was had a moment.
he said, yo, he said just like this, and this shit was not funny because I was like offended a little bit, but he was like, I can't believe I'm dealing with another Libra. I told myself I would never.
And I told myself,
You know, the Aquarius shit is done.
A what? But as my friend,
Right.
I try to let him one tough cookie.
So, yeah, he said, I can't believe he lit my ass up. Hemingway. He was like, he said,
I would
I'm
imagine
telling
that's
you.
how low-key looked on the other side of the end.
Right, like I was literally like, and I was on FaceTime, so I couldn't even like ignore it. Like I couldn't, like I did, like wrong. He said, see what I'm saying? That's the shit. So I'm like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
It was like I literally was like in my phone, like, because he was like, I'm telling you. He said, you said people don't try to get to know you. You always deal with people. Because I did, in the beginning, I told him, like, I was like, listen, I recognize that everything else up to this point has been child's play. You are a grown-ass fucking man. Like, I know that is a grown-ass man. Black man. That I look up to like this. You know how good that feels for a big bitch like me? To be like,
Huh? What was that?
to be called short. He called me short, and I was like, just
Yeah, this one got some. You can't really tell, but there's some height there.
Yeah.
I say he's at least 6 foot.
okay,
Like
yeah.
just even.
Mm-hmm. And you're petite.
I'm short.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so
differences from past. You're so fucking extra.
because it just hit me.
Edit.
So he got grown man on. He was like, listen.
Yeah.
He said you like he was. You could tell he had enough of my shit. It was like, listen. He was like, you talk about nobody really tries to know you. That's because you don't create the space. You don't allow the space. Because I'm telling you, I'm trying to get to know you, and you telling me I gotta ask. Like, I'm just asking you to let me in.
You don't create the space.
You don't create the space. He was like, he said, you telling me that you'll be open with me, but I gotta ask you. He was like, no, I'm telling you, I want to get to know you. All I'm asking is for you to let me in. Let me in. Like, he was like,
it was like
I
I
was
went
like,
to the phone and choked the nigga. Tell me.
I was like, like, okay. And it's crazy because, like you said, like,
You like the nigga.
I'm not saying I'm like head over heels
No,
in love with this man and like ready to go get him tattooed on my body or anything. But I'm also not saying like
you wouldn't. So dumb. We both got new tattoos, by the way.
I got a little heart on my ear.
I got a heart too. We dead ass both got new tattoos.
We both got new tattoos.
Cuckoo.
Just in general, No, she works in a tattoo shop. I wanted some tattoos. I enjoyed it.
Wasn't nothing general about that shit. Okay. I got something that I've been wanting for a while. She don't gotta tell hers. I'll tell mine. I've been wanting a palm tree. I love palm trees. I've been wanting a palm tree for a while. I had a reason to finally get this palm tree after Jamaica because Miami ain't hitting like Jamaica. I got my palm tree, but it's palm tree with some spice. It got some other shit with it. And that's that.
I work in administrative
Please
work.
Please do not. Just stick with the heart.
I got a heart.
Please do not. Please.
It's just I love to listen to people instead of talking. I love to hear other people talk.
God, that's what
instead
I was told.
of speaking out.
I mean, I'm just more of a listener.
I'm more of a listener. That's why.
Air sign. Anyway, what we getting at? Okay, I think what we're getting at is that in these grown ass years of ours, it takes compromise and patience when you are really trying to get to know a person. In the past, I've either totally disregarded what people told me about their communication style, and I try to force them to have my communication style, and that's why I'm single. It didn't work. Now, besides having more respect for this person, whoever I deal with I'm not manifesting that. Besides having respect for this person, I am going to be patient and accept your communication style because it is just as relevant as mine.
And that doesn't mean that like you have to like just deal with emotionally unavailable people.
No,
because
I'm just say my shit.
It was very
give
apparent.
Your time to reply to it versus forcing you.
Right. Because it was very apparent in the last situation that I was dealing
that person
with.
Just wasn't.
That person just wasn't. I don't know if they didn't have the capacity to communicate or if they just didn't want. There was no effort. Yeah. There was no. I said my piece. And there was no like, okay, let me at least try.
I would say mine's
because he at least tried.
A little off,
yeah.
But when I said what I said, it was
like, okay, let me. Yeah, no, I didn't. Well, the one time he did because it was like, but that was at that point it had already been done. Like it was already done.
This was I already see the compromise. Yesterday it's gonna take some patience and some work. Yeah. This is a hard person, but for our sake of our friendship, that's my homie, and I'm just not like we're gonna just keep compromising with each other.
No, I don't really know. Like, I'd be afraid to say stuff because these niggas always love to disappoint as soon as I get excited. But, like, I don't know if I can. I mean, this is my friend first and foremost, but I don't know if I can say my friend anymore.
You can't. I feel like this is still my friend. And the circumstances are a little bit different.
Yeah. But I don't know if I can any longer be like, oh, that's my homie.
I don't think you can. Because
I feel like I've been told.
Yeah.
No,
I think sorry, burp. It's gonna happen.
I
don't know, but I just know that I am learning at this grown ass age to everybody's not gonna have my same style of let's talk about it now. I've had in the past people that didn't, and I fucked that shit up. I'm glad I did. They weren't not for me. But just imagine all the things that I know now. If I knew then, it could have worked.
Yeah.
So, and I think that this person told you what they want, and you are down to compromise with it. Like,
yeah, I was like, okay, you're right. Because I saw how you were acting, and I was like, oh no, please don't be like that. Baby, please, no.
Don't do me like that.
Don't do me like that. No, I'm saying I saw how you were acting like, nah, call me next year.
Oh, no, baby. Yeah.
You got to tell me to call you next year.
I got fed up. I definitely said.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You will be my friend in my head forever. Call me next year.
Right. And so I couldn't have that happen.
You didn't want that to happen.
Neither did he. Exactly. It's neither did he. He said, oh, no, baby. I'm calling you right now.
And we're going to talk about this shit. And we're gonna make a plan. Everything is, plan about what we're gonna do moving forward. And you getting on that flight, ho.
Flights and feelings.
Damn.
That might be the episode. No. Yeah.
That could be it. Flights and feelings.
Flights and feelings.
Because I'm not even catching
it's not catching flights and not feelings. We catching flights and
feelings. Listen.
Period.
Fuck what y'all hoes talking about.
Fuck that.
I don't know if it's because I'm almost 40, but it's flights and feelings.
Flights and feelings and like. This is like some new shit for me.
Y'all know I live in my feelings. I live in the land of feelings. But
we've talked about how like, bitch, I will not make a phone call. Like,
I'm the opposite. I live in the land of feelings. But one thing about me, two things for sure. When I don't feel, I'm fucking done.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm really be done. But no, this is nothing has happened in my current situation for me to be done.
Okay, and this is no shade to your situation because I'm trying to empathize with that man now that I've put the shoe on the other foot. Because before I was like, fuck that nigga. Yeah. But then I was like, oh, maybe I am that nigga.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm that nigga that we speak of. And that even shows that it's not like a man-woman thing. Like all these conversations are centered around a man's way of communicating. It's just people. Mm-hmm. And so like I am the nigga in the situation. And what was I getting at?
You was about to say something shady because you said no.
No shade. No, I was going to say no shade to you because now I'm empathizing with him. But like, and this might be the perspective that he has right now. Like, to be prioritized in a way, like, granted, my husband, like, his family was his priority, but it was as obligation. It felt like, you know what I mean? Because that's what he's a very diligent, this is how you do things, this is how things are supposed to be done. I'm going to take care of this, I'm going to take care of that, because, like, that's what he grew up with. You know what I mean? But, like, not even emotional support, but emotional, like, pouring into and interest and showing, like, I am fucking with you. Like, for somebody to say, it feels so fucking good.
I'm not trying to, that may be a pinch, because just based on conversations I've had with him, I think it may be a little overwhelming. Like,
it can be overwhelming, and that's why I was like, I can't. I told you, I was literally, somebody, like, this man texted me that he was sad. Not sad, but like felt some kind of way about me getting on the plane and leaving. And I was like, I need you to not talk to me for tonight. I literally said, I'm going to take tonight to process, okay?
There's that fucking word again. That word was mentioned. And I just never understood it. But no, like, I remember when this was happening before y'all started flying. I did not understand it. But then I heard you say it made me feel better. Regardless of what happens, it made me feel better because I'm like, that is what he said. Like, I don't need to process nothing.
And that's exactly what he said. He was like, I don't need that.
I don't need to process shit.
But whatever you need, love, take your time. I'm close.
Yeah. So
enjoy your day.
Those were the same words. Like, I'm processing. Hold on. I'm just. Yeah. This is a lot. This was one from my friends. Wait a minute.
Yes. Like, that's the other thing too. Yeah. Because earlier when we were talking and like hearing his name associated with being my man, is something that is difficult for me to wrap my head around because, like, I just go back to, like, damn, that's the homie.
And I don't think like that. But,
no, I'm like, damn, that's the homie. This is the homie. You? Like, it makes complete sense. Like, now that it's happening, it makes total sense. Mm-hmm. Should it have happened 10 years ago? Probably not.
Probably not. I don't think mine should have.
No. But now that, like, I'm a grown-ass woman who has the capacity, who is learning to have the capacity to deal with this grown-ass man, who is, like, willing to bear with me. Because I even said, you got to be patient with me. I'm not the most expressive person. I said that to him.
And that's funny because
And then I went back to being non-expressive and, like, ready to run. Because I had too good of a time, you know what I mean?
I had to say the opposite. I was like, we had a conversation, good conversation in Jamaica, and I was like, I'm learning it. I'm going to be patient with you. Yeah. That's funny. I had to say the exact opposite, and I thought that was a comfort. Like, I'm still just like, whatever. I mean.
Yeah, I was like, I need you to be patient. And, like, I'm fucking with him hardcore. Like, I'm fucking with him heavy. Like, this.
You are. I love it for you.
It feels good.
Love it for you. Like,
I just need to unblock my throat chakra. You know what I mean? Like, I need to work on my communication style. And it's like, I don't see myself being like overly like, oh, I love you. Although.
Oh, man.
I'm not saying. I mean, I love this person because I have loved him for a long time. Yes.
All I'm gonna say is this: I don't know what the future holds because there's so much distance. We're just being being realistic. I know it's gonna be my friend regardless, but what I'll say is, it don't feel even me like wanting to be patient and talk and compromise. It don't feel play like passion. It's like this ain't no play because at the end of the day, you're not disposable.
Right.
Regardless, like, you're gonna still be my friend. I'm not throwing you away. I'm not throwing you away. What did you laugh at?
Because there's certain shit you just don't throw away. You.
Period. And it's given all of that. Yeah, that's that. It's just like if it's just, I don't know what this is. If this could just be teaching me myself and it'd be a stepping stone, regardless of what. You gonna be my friend. Period. Yeah.
You're welcome, Loki.
Why?
Because I saved his ass. I'm telling him you're welcome because we are the same person. That's why I didn't fuck with you like that.
Yeah. That was that's how that shit goes too. You be like not liking something in somebody that you got.
Be like, oh, it's a mirror. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how it is. Well, shit that you don't, the shit that you be like, it's a mirror. Like, ooh, wait a second. Because like I said, anybody who acted like this with you, I'd be like, bitch.
But the accountability of you literally saying that example, you said, nah, this ain't right.
Yeah, so you're welcome.
Yeah.
And you can tell him you're welcome too because had it not been for you, no, I'm saying you could tell Mr. Worldwide you're welcome because
can't wait to meet him.
Because you had to talk me off the ledge, honey.
You had to talk you off of the leaving him alone for nothing. Oh, too much fun. Fucking weirdo. Y'all, I can't fuck. Ooh, these. Too good to be drunk. Nope, it's not here. It's not. Anyway,
but you know what, low key, like not low key, but like low key, like so. That's also something that like that I've had to work on.
Your lashes done?
Huh?
Your lashes?
No, I have mascara.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
I'm gonna show put some makeup on one of these days. Clearly, I haven't been getting the foot.
Oh, I just now
this
that
is just my comfortable day.
because I never know like who might look at these clips. So
yeah. Oh, she's wearing mascara now. So irritating. Go ahead. Oh my god, go ahead.
What was I about to say? Oh, that is something that like I've had to work on in my life in general. Is that the too good to be true? Because like when we first started talking about our idea with each other, we came up with the name. Woo! And like once everything started to fall in place, like we started to like see like oh wait, we have this person, like and like everybody who we talked to was like fucking with it. Yeah. I started to panic like, okay, no, it can't be, it's too soon. But then I was like, wait a minute, nope. The opportunity would not be here if it wasn't.
And see, I'm the opposite.
There's no such thing as too good to be true.
No,
I just be so worried about getting disappointed by life.
But see, I'm the opposite to an extreme because just how I said like, so what do you mean I'm here?
Delusionally optimistic.
Anyway, yeah, I'm like optimistic to a fault, but it's okay. I'm gonna blend mine with yours, and we're gonna be right in the middle, be exactly where we need to be. Yeah. We came up with a name for what we're working on. It's dope. Period. I mean, I feel like what's this? We wrapping up the show. You ain't about to not answer. You can answer, and then we can wrap up. Just tell them, hold on, okay. I'm gonna go around the corner.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for tuning into the 444 Girls podcast. I'm Kirsten. Bye. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Bye.